It has always been a trend whenever a new cookie comes out, there always has been a new style of a one-shot comp come out. And as you guys can see on the screen right now, this is going to be a one-shot comp that utilizes Royal Margarine to verse comps like this one right over here, which is going to be set as my defense team with Pitaya as well as Snapdragon. So I've actually went and created that particular one-shot comp, and it is going to be consisted of Space Donut as well as Captain Caviar, Royal Margarine, Squid Ink, as well as Moonlight. So this comp is going to be a decent comp. Of course, it is not going to be a guaranteed win every single time, but it is a decent comp to use against something like this one right over here, or even against something like the one with the Stardust and Capsaicin instead of the Moonlight. And you guys might be able to try it out yourselves. But there are a couple things that you do need to keep in mind when you guys verse a Moonlight in the enemy team. But let's get into the topping real quick, and it is going to be Space Donut with 5 of the Solid Almond. And the reason why we went with the Solid Almond is because Space Donut needs to survive, because most of the time you're not able to kill off the enemies right away with one single rotation, and you might want to try and keep Space Donut alive for a second skill usage. So the most important thing here is going to be the damage resist as well as 2.8% cooldown in order to have a 3-second start. And the next one is going to be Royal Margarine. Margarine needs to have at least 20% cooldown, and we need to focus on the damage resist just so that Margarine is able to survive and utilize this skill a couple of times. Next one is going to be Captain Caviar. 5 of the Syrian Raspberry, of course, most important here. And we are focusing on the attack as well as the crit percentage. No extra cooldown is required. Extra attack speed does help here and there, but keep in mind that Captain Caviar wants to have the whistle buff. Next one is going to be our Moonlight. Moonlight is using 5 of the Solid Almond, and we are going to be focusing on the damage resist as well as the attack. And if you guys could get some extra cooldown, it does help out, but it is not like absolutely required. The reason why we are actually going with 5 of the Solid Almond is because with a lot of the teams right now, with a lot of the burst damages and everything like that, it sometimes becomes hard for Moonlight as well as Squid Ink to kind of survive their first skill rotation. So that's why we are going with 5 of the Solid Almond, especially when they have Moonlight and Stardust together. Alright, and the next one is going to be our Squid Ink, also with 5 of the Solid Almond, focusing on the attack as well as damage resist. Extra debuff resist actually helps out in order for Squid Ink to come out of the either the sleep or in the debuffs a little bit faster in order to utilize their skill at the end. All right, and then next one is going to be our treasures. Of course, the scroll, whistle, and feather, they're all going to be the same as all the other one-shot comps, and the whistle again is going to be applied to both Captain Caviar as well as Moonlight. All right, so here we go, guys. Let me show you guys this team in action. Of course, again, it is not a guaranteed win, but let's get into it and let's see how well it does right now. Alright guys, so here we go. This one's going to be against Hollowberry as well as Capsaicin. Most likely going to be the Pitaya Moonlight or something like Stardust and Moonlight. So here we go. And here we go. This is going to be the Stardust and the Pitaya here. And you're going to be able to see right here, because of the fact that sometimes, Stardust as well as Moonlight can put the sleep onto our cookies. Having that debuff resist does help. So Royal Margin actually does help out a little bit here because not only do you do the poison damage, which is going to be consistent, but you also has the defense reduction and the amplified debuff, allowing Moonlight as well as Captain Caviar as well as Space Donuts damage to be amplified as well as their debuffs to be amplified as well. So like always, most damage coming out from either Moonlight or Captain Caviar. Royal Margin actually does pretty darn decent damage as well, and we do have Space Donut and Squid Ink helping out a little bit there as well. Alright guys, so this time around it is going to be against the triple tank comp with Snapdragon and Pure Vanilla as the healer. So let's see how well we do against this particular team. And boom, 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 and Hollowberry is dead. Pitaya is gone. Only, Capsaicin's alive. Capsaicin's also dead now. And we should be able to beat this one. Only the 2 healers are alive. And we should be ended right over here with Captain Caviar. Alright? So definitely does work out really, really well against any of the teams that are going to be, especially without Moonlight. And once again, Captain Caviar and Moonlight doing the most damage right here, carrying the team. Alright guys, so now the thing that you guys want to watch out for here is that if you guys are versing Moonlight in the enemy team, there are times when they either use a 4-second star Moonlight or a 3-second star Moonlight. So the 3-second star is going to be when they use a full-on Swift Chocolate. When that happens, you guys actually might have the entire skill order of your cookies be, messed up, because what you want to do is Space Donut uses Royal Margarine uses it, and then Captain Caviar quickly transitioned to the Moonlight in order to cast that weakness debuff. But when there is a 3-second star Moonlight on the enemy team, your Moonlight on our team is going to be slept and cannot follow up with that weakness debuff, causing Captain Caviar's secondary skill to not have that effect of the weakness. So here we go. Let's see how well we do against this one and whether this Moonlight is going to have that 3-second start or not. Alright, so this one actually does have a Brute, so Brute can actually kind of mess it up here too, but hopefully our Captain Caviar and Moonlight and Squidink are able to do something. And luckily, actually, we did get to burst them down, even with the Squidink and the Moonlight skill being casted pretty darn late. But right there, guys, Captain Caviar absolutely just carrying our team here with 3.7 million damage. Alright, because Captain Caviar quickly was just able to utilize the double torpedo right away. Alright guys, so here we go again. Let's see if this one is gonna have it seems like this Moonlight did have a 3-second start. Alright, so there you guys go. You guys saw right there, kind of messed up the skill order. Yes, we got rid of their Hollow as well as their Moonlight, but because their Stardust and Pitaya are still alive with the BTS as a healer, it's gonna be pretty darn hard for our cookies to win this one. So right there, that's a perfect example of what can happen if you guys are deciding to verse a Moonlight. There is a chance for their Moonlight to have a 3-second start, messing up the entire skill order. And you guys saw right there, Captain Caviar wasn't able to utilize their torpedo and maximize the damage with Moonlight's weakness debuff, as well as the sleep, and Squidink actually just died without even getting to cast their spell at all. Alright guys, so here we go. This is gonna be that Royal Margarine one-shot comp. So I'm gonna use this comp that I've shared with you guys previously with the Snapdragon. However, we are using the full-on Swift Chocolate onto our Moonlight to have the 3-second start. So here we go, and here we go guys. We're gonna have that 3-second start of the Moonlight, quickly casting her spell, transitioning it right towards the Snapdragon, giving that damage resist buff as well. The Captain Caviar is gone, and their Squidink is gone, and we should be able to win this one super easily here. And bam, only lost our Hollow because Hollow does have the full Swift Chocolate and kind of took the damage. But there you guys go. Moonlight absolutely carrying right there with 2.9 million because she had that extra fast start with the 3 seconds and just casted that weakness and the sleep onto all of the cookies. So there you guys go, a new Royal Margarine one-shot comp that is kind of being used here. Of course, it is not the quote-unquote absolute best right now. It is a way to counter some of the Pitaya as well as the Snapdragon comps that are going around. But because we don't know exactly whether the enemies are going to be using a full-on Swift Chocolate Moonlight or a Solid Almond Moonlight or even a Raspberry Moonlight, it may still be a gamble. But against any of the comps that you might see that does not have Moonlight at all, it is going to be a pretty darn good one for you guys to use to deal with the Pitaya and Snapdragon. But anyways guys, I hope you guys found the video helpful. Good luck with the arena climbing. There's only a couple hours left now. Hope you guys climb as much as possible, and I'll see you guys all on the next one.